Sarah Rector, oil heiress, once the richest little black girl in the USA. Sarah Rector was born in Oklahoma on March 3, 1902, to Joseph and Rose Rector, both descendants of slaves of the Creek Nation. The Treaty of 1866 required the Creek to abolish slavery within their territory and to grant tribal citizenship to those Creek freedmen who chose to stay in the territory. This citizenship was to include voting rights and shares of annuities and land allotments. This treaty was signed between the United States government and the Creek Nation, promising emancipation to their 16,000 slaves and the incorporation of them into their nation as citizens that were entitled to equal interest in the soil and national funds. The Rectors were entitled to land allotments as part of the Treaty of 1866 made by the United States with the 5 civilized tribes. Along with Sarah, almost 600 black children, known as the Muscogee freedmen miners, were granted such allotments. Sarah was given almost 160 acres of land under the Dawes Allotment Act of 1887, which made her the richest black girl in all America. When Rector was born in 1902, she was officially a resident of the Indian Territory because Oklahoma was not yet a state, and because she was a descendant of slaves who had been owned by Creek Indians before the Civil War. The land granted to former slaves and their descendants was rocky, hilly, and unsuitable for any agricultural endeavors, but despite the land being less than optimal, the family still had to pay an annual property tax of $30. Typically, the better land was reserved for white settlers as well as members of the tribe. In March 1912, an oil driller named B.B. Jones assembled the necessary equipment to check out Sarah's land near the Cimarron River. Any oil produced would give a 12.5% royalty to the landowner. In late August 1913, Jones struck a gusher on the land. Quickly, this oil gusher produced 2,500 barrels of oil per day. Sarah's cut per day was $300. That is equivalent to about $8,381.48 per day in today's currency. News of Rector's newfound wealth spread far and wide, including overseas. Even though she was 12 years old, she received numerous requests for loans, money gifts, and marriage proposals. The Oklahoma legislature in 1913 even made an effort to have her declared white. By the time Sarah was 18, she was worth well over $1 million. In order to escape scrutiny and not wanting to be the target of greedy parties, Sarah's family secretly slipped away and moved to North Kansas City in 1917. Mama Rose, as her family called her, was in charge of Sarah's money until she was able to get control at the age of 20. The family moved into what would be known as the Rector Mansion. Rector married Kenneth Campbell, and the couple had 3 sons. After the stock market crash, a major dent was put into the finances of the Rector family. Rector died at the age of 65 on July 22, 1967. Her wealth was diminished, but she still had some working oil wells and real estate holdings. Her remains were buried in the city cemetery of her hometown of Taft, Oklahoma. Until next time, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Press the bell to be notified of future uploads. Thank you for watching.